Hello everyone, welcome to Nirja Education. This is class 10, Science, Chemistry, lesson number 1, Chemical Reaction and Equations. In this video, we are going to discuss about the redox reaction. Before seeing this video, go through my previous videos. At the same time, please subscribe our channel and don't forget to press the bell icon as well as like button. Now, what is mean by redox reaction? In the previous classes, we discussed single displacement and double displacement. In that, before we discuss combination as well as decomposition or oxo. This is the fifth type of chemical reaction, that is called a redox reaction. What is mean by redox reaction? Redox reaction is nothing but the combination of oxidation and reduction. These two reactions occur simultaneously. That reaction is called a redox reaction. Oxidation, one side oxidation will occur, another side reduction reaction will occur. These two will occur simultaneously. That reaction is called a redox reaction. So before that, we should know what is mean by oxidation, what is mean by reduction. Now we are going to discuss the difference between oxidation and reduction. So first we should know what is oxidation and what is reduction. Oxidation is nothing but addition of oxygen, adding of oxygen to the other element, that is called oxidation. Adding of oxygen into element, that is called oxidation. It is also happen removal of hydrogen. Suppose we are not adding oxygen, instead of we are removing the hydrogen, that process is called oxidation. So instead of adding oxygen, we are removing hydrogen, that also called oxidation. So oxidation is nothing but addition of oxygen or removal of hydrogen. Reduction is addition of hydrogen, that is opposite to the oxidation. Addition of hydrogen or removal of oxygen, that is called reduction. Here the oxidation, it is an addition of non-metals or electronegative element, non-metal category elements. So this is also called electronegative, those who are gaining the electron. Right. Here the reduction will be the addition of metals. They will be add the metals are called electropositive. Otherwise what will happen? The oxidation is removal of metal or electropositive element, either adding non-metal or electronegative, otherwise they will remove metal or electropositive. Same like that, reduction will be add metal or electropositive, otherwise they will remove non-metal or electronegative. Then during that oxidation process, the loss of electron is happen, loss of electrons. You will think only removal of oxygen, removal of hydrogen, or adding of oxygen or adding of hydrogen. Not only that, the removal of electrons also or gaining of electron also happen in this oxidation and reduction reaction. So in oxidation reaction, loss of electron it is happen. So the valence electron loss. So that I already told, addition of non-metals or removal of this metal. So loss of electron is happen in oxidation. Here the reduction, gain of electrons, gaining of electrons it is happen. Now this simply the oxidation reaction we can tell oil. Oil means oxidation is loss of electron. O for oxidation, I for is loss of electron, L for loss of electron. Same like that, the reduction we can tell it is a reg, R-E-G. Reduction is gain of electron. So keep it in your mind, oxidation is loss of electron, reduction is gain of electron, oil and reg. Next we are going to discuss about the examples. First we have to discuss the oxidation example. As we all know that oxidation is nothing but adding of oxygen or otherwise the removal of hydrogen. This is your book exercise example only I am giving. You have to take one china dish. In that china dish, you just apply, you take some gram of copper. You just heat the copper. So what will happen? The copper formula is Cu it react with combustion means oxygen is compulsory. So when it is copper react with oxygen, it produce copper oxide. So the brown color is converted into black color substance. Understand? So Cu react with oxygen, it produce CuO. So this is called oxidation. How? Here you see the copper is converted into copper oxide. Here the addition of oxygen is happen. So this process is called oxidation. Understand? Next we are going to discuss about the reduction reaction. Suppose after I am getting the black color gas of copper oxide, I am adding hydrogen gas into it. So what will happen? This copper oxide is converted into copper and water. Now you see here, copper oxide is converted into copper. So the removal of oxygen is happen. So this process is called what? Reduction. This is the two example I have given, one for oxidation, another one for reduction. Oxidation means adding of oxygen. So the copper is converted into copper oxide. Here the copper oxide is converted into copper. So this is removal of oxygen. So that is called a reduction reaction. Now we are going to discuss redox reaction example. Here I am taking copper oxide, react with hydrogen, it produce copper and water. So this reaction already we glance at the reduction reaction also. Now it is an example of redox reaction. How means oxidation as well as reduction reactions occurs simultaneously. How? We will see now. Now copper oxide is converted into copper. So here the removal of oxygen is happen, so that it is called a reduction reaction. Removal of oxygen is called a reduction reaction. So copper oxide is converted into copper. This process is called a reduction. Here the hydrogen is converted into water. So only hydrogen is there. This side you see gaining of oxygen is there. So this process is called the oxidation. So the reduction as well as oxidation both are occur simultaneously. This reaction is called a redox reaction. The next one we are seeing, this is hydrogen sulfide react with chloride. So the hydrogen sulfide loss of hydrogen, you just see it produce hydrogen sulfide react with the chloride, it produce hydrochloric acid as well as sulfur. So here you see this sulfur lost the hydrogen, H2 is removed and this. So removal of hydrogen, either adding of oxygen or otherwise removal of hydrogen is called oxidation. Here it is occur the same like that, the two chlorine molecule it is converted into simple, that is why the reduction. As we know that the reduction it is happen here, right. So the reduction means the gaining of, see here two molecules are converted here. So this is called a reduction reaction. Right. Next one example I am writing, that is manganese dioxide react with hydrochloric acid, it produce manganese chloride as well as water. So manganese oxide is converted into manganese chloride. So here the oxygen is removed, it converted into salt. So this is called reduction. Here the hydrochloric acid is converted into, that is water. So hydrogen is combined with oxygen, it will produce water. So here the addition of oxygen is happen. So that is called oxidation. Sorry, I forget I write here reduction. This is called oxidation. So this magnesium manganese dioxide is reduct. This is called reduction. So this is here the hydrogen is added of oxygen, that is called oxidation. Here these all four examples of redox reaction. Next we should know what is mean by reducing agent. Another one is oxidizing agent. Reducing agent. Another one is oxidizing agent. What is mean by reducing agent? Actually the substance which get to oxidize, that substance is called reducing agent. For example, you see here hydrogen is converted into water. So gaining of oxygen, right? added oxygen together. So, the substance which get oxidized, those substances is called a reducing agent. I hope you have understood. Right. Next we are going to discuss about oxidizing agent. Oxidizing agent means the substance which reduce, the substance which get reduced, that substance is called oxidizing agent. For example, here copper. So, copper oxide is converted into copper. So, here the oxygen is removed. This substance which get reduced in themselves, that is called oxidizing agent. Here you see here children, this is manganese oxide is there. This manganese oxide is what will happen? Get reduced into manganese chloride. Yes, there is a oxidizing agent. Here this is the hydrogen is adding of oxygen. So, it is oxidized. Here this HCl is a reducing agent. Right? I hope you have understood. We discuss all 5 different types of chemical reaction: combination, decomposition, single displacement, double displacement and redox reaction, the combination of oxidation and reduction. We are going to discuss about the 2 important terms, that is corrosion and rancidity. Before seeing this video, go through my previous video. At the same time, please subscribe the channel and don't forget to press the bell icon as well as like button also. What is mean by corrosion? Corrosion is a process due to metals are slowly eaten away by the reaction of air, water and chemicals present in the atmosphere is called corrosion. For example, iron particles are shine when new but get coated with reddish brown powder when left for some time. This process is known as rusting. So, the iron react with oxygen and water, it converted into iron oxide, that process is called rusting. This is by the process of corrosion only the rusting is happen. The next, same like that the silver particles are coated with a black color, that also corrosion one type. Second, that greenish color, the copper are coated with a greenish color substances, that also one example of corrosion. Next we are going to discuss on effect of corrosion. Corrosion causes damages of car bodies, bridges, iron rails, ships and all objects made up of metal, specially which is made up of iron. Corrosion is a wasteful process in most of the cases. Every year tons of various metal, especially iron, get wasted in our country. Hence, it is quite necessary to prevent corrosion. How we can prevent the corrosion? The first one is we can apply paint. Adequately we have to apply the paint on the iron particles. Second, greases. We have to apply grease. Third one is galvanization process. These 3 methods we can prevent corrosion. Next we are going to discuss about rancidity. It is a process of slow oxidation of, it is a process of slow oxidation of oil and fat present in the food material. Due to this oxidation, the smell and taste of food substances may be changes. This process is called rancidity. What are the methods we can prevent the rancidity? Means first, packaging of food material in airtight container. We have to keep airtight container. At the same time, the cooked food materials we have to keep it inside the refrigerator at low temperature. The first one is we have to keep the food material at airtight container. Second one is refrigerated the cooked food in low temperature. Then packaged food items like potato wafers and everything, we have to add nitrogen gas instead of other air. So, the food will not spoil. The fourth one is avoid food materials and food keeping direct at sunlight. We should not keep the food material at direct sunlight. Then fourth one is we have to add some antioxidant like BHA and BHT. If we add the 2 chemical substances anyone, our food will be not spoiled. This way we can prevent the rancidity. I hope you have understood corrosion as well as rancidity. Thank you. Have a nice day.